Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. My name is Kelly, and here's our pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Dilby Pickles. I laugh every time I say Dilby. I think that's just the funniest name. If you're seeing that red live button up at the top up there, that means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. So come on in, friends. Say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. Oh, I see Mother's just jumping right in there right now. She's not going to be late today. Oh, shoot. All right, let me get my page up here so I can see comments. Miss Jeannie's just finishing up over on her page. Hello, Miss Alita. How are you, friend? How are you? Let me turn her off. She's just finishing up. Sit that down so I don't knock it off there. Hello, Mother. I'm glad you could be here today, Mother. Hello, Miss Teddy Bear. How are you? Happy Monday. Oh, Lordy Lou, it's Monday again. Here we go. Monday. Oh, all day. Pesky Monday. I guess you got to start somewhere, you know? Come on in, friends. Say hello when you pop on. We've got a few friends on. We're going to get started here in just a second. We're crafting today with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. Hello, Miss Mel and Miss Lori, Miss Robin. I'm going to slide our pickles, our B Pickle family over here to the side. Mr. Dilby. I think that's hilarious. So you guys, my aunt and uncle brought this barnwood to me yesterday. They brought me a bunch of barnwood from, I think my uncle said it was an 1837 barn, if I remember correctly. Well, hello. So this was like a long piece, and I sawed off what I wanted. Hello, Miss Glenna. And while I was sawing, it is so dry, you guys. 1837. It's been in a bar. Yeah. So it's so dry that literally this right here, it just, as I was sawing it, it just kind of broke right. Hello there, Miss Sandra. How are you? So I took some E6000 and some hot glue and I glued it together. But I did reinforce it on the back with, I just took some of these leftover paint sticks. And then it's just got some antique wax on the back. Hello, Miss Jennifer. Miss Janice, thank you so much. So it's just reinforcing it. But this is a really cool piece of barnwood, and I'm excited to craft with it today. So, you know, it is already, hello, Miss Jeannie, I loved your project. I love that little shell, that butterfly was so pretty. It is almost July 15th. Okay, it's the 14th. For one, it's EY's birthday today. I don't know if she'll jump on or not. She just got our birthday present that we sent her. I ordered her something off Amazon, told her I was going to have it delivered to her. She just got it. We got her some, like a pajama set, a nursing pajama set for, you know, when she has the baby. Good thing about EY is if you ever need a gift for her, you just go to the Amazon, because she has like a gift list that she just adds to. You just find, you know, and then you're just like, oh, and I just like to send them right to their house, and they can get them and like, oh, what came in the mail today? Oh, and you can put a little gift tag when, you know, from Amazon. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Nora. Yeah, isn't this a great piece of, and you know, I was just going to glue it, but then I was like, well, if I end up selling this, I don't want it to fall, just in case. It's got E6000, so I think it'll be okay long term, but just add a couple little sticks on the back, and like I said, I just stained them just to like darken them up. So, all right, so I drilled 2 holes at the top because we're gonna put a hanger. Hello, Miss, is it Aruda? Well, welcome in, friends. Okay, so it's, like I said, it's almost July 15th, and I have not done one Christmas in July craft. So here we go, friends. Here we go. So I went through my stash of doilies. Hello, Miss Dawn. You keep catching me live. I know I've been live a lot lately. All right, so I get these doilies when I go to estate sales. I specifically go to like the sewing room, and usually that's where they have like doilies. So I go on the 50% off day, so I get them for pennies, because a lot of times the gals will just take a bunch of them and lump them together in a price of just a couple dollars or whatever. So, of course, you guys know I love snowmen, so I'm going to make a snowman with doilies, okay? So I think this is going to be the bottom. This is going to be the bottom. And this is going to be the center. This is like it's a little bit, my light, okay, hold on a second. I got to change the setting on my light. Okay, maybe that's a little bit better. Is that better? Okay, this one's more of a cream, okay? So these are like a creamish beige. These are not, this is not a white snowman. This is like a little, I know, I love the doilies too. And then this one, it looks like I may have coffee stained this one. So this is going to be his face, his head. All right, these two are about the same size, but it's fine. It's fine. So we're going to just do something like this. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that cute already? Rainy and stormy here in Pennsylvania again. Miss Teddy Bear, rude. Rude. Hello, Miss Sandy. All right, so let's start off. We'll start with this bottom one and just glue it on here. I don't want to get too much glue here, but I'm going to do my best to just, maybe just put a little bit here where it's kind of thick. I just don't want a bunch of glue all spilling out everywhere, you know. Let's just start with a little tiny bit first. So, did everybody have a good Monday today? I mean, you know, it's already 5 o'clock here, so, you know, 5 o'clock, you know, it's quitting time for a lot of people, and all right, here we go. I got out of work, and then I had to run a bunch of errands, and I went to the bank. It was so funny because, you know, when you go through the drive-thru at the bank, this particular branch doesn't have they have a camera, but you can't see the person. Like, you can just hear their voice, right? So, she told me they were just finishing up helping somebody. They're not a very busy branch. It's just right up the street up here. But she said, we're just finishing up with some people here in the lobby, and we'll be with you in just a minute. And I was like, okay. So I was just on my phone doing whatever. It's 5 o'clock somewhere it is. It's 10 in England. Miss Jennifer says it's 10 in England. Well, it's almost bedtime. All right, see, that's going to hold good. Let me just do a little, nope, got to do a little bit more. You got to do a little flop check. We did a flop check, and it was too floppy. So anyway, she finally comes back on, and she's like, sorry about that, our computers were acting up, you know, it's Monday. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, whatever. And then she comes back on and she says, will you tell Blake that his cousin Christy said? I'm like, I didn't even know he had a cousin named Christy. Can't wait to try finding estate sales while you visit your grandparents. Nice. Yes. And I laughed because I was like, I didn't even know he had I didn't say that to her. I just drove away thinking, I didn't even know he had a cousin Christy. I'm like, Christy? I'm like, I know the cousins on the Hudson side, but apparently this is a cousin on, all right, there we go. Flop test complete. Except for this one right here. It's apparently on his mom's side. So his mom, I think he said his mom's cousin's daughter, something like that. So anyway, that was kind of funny because I don't know who I was talking to. I mean, it just said, she just said, she was a person, but I didn't know really who I was talking to. I'm like, sure, I'll tell him. And then I said, do you have a cousin named Christy? He goes, oh yeah, at the Advia? I'm like, yeah. He knew exactly what I was talking about. All right, so there's a little knot in our wood right there, but it's all good. So I'm going to make sure I have that where I want that before we put that in. We're going to give him a little hat. He's going to have a little hat. I think I'm going to just do him like that because this is a octagon. Ooh, look at me. Hello, Miss Kathy. Miss Kathy, I'll just have you know, I text Mother before I was live. And I said, Mother, I'm going live at 5. If you're home, just so you know. And then she said she'd try to be on time. And I said, I'd hate to have to give her another talking to. She was the first one on. She was really concerned. She didn't want to get a talking to. I just got her birthday present. She better behave. Return it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Mother was off kayaking on Saturday. Remember when we were like trying to figure out where the heck she was? She was kayaking. She's been kayaking like the last 2 weekends in a row. 2 weekends in a row. What is up with that? I don't even know that I've been kayaking 2 times in my life, and she goes 2 weekends in a row. I'm not a big kayaker. I don't really like that. I'm not really down with that, but she seems to like it. When's whose? Oh, her birthday is the end of August. Her birthday is 2 days after our anniversary. Her, my dad, and Blake and my anniversary. The August 29th is her birthday. But I got her present now because of Prime deals, you know. You got to get it when you can get a good deal on it, right? Prime deals. Okay, there's 2. Miss Kathy, we're making a snowman with doilies. All right, so here's our head. Let me pull it down a little bit. I went up too high, and that'll be fine because we'll put a scarf on it. It was so fun. I'd go again in the hot minute. Well, I guess you could. Hello, Miss Glenda. I'm sure that you probably could. It's only like not too far from me. I'm sure they would do it again, right? You know, you could also go into Battle Creek and do the, what is it, the Kalamazoo River, where you'd like that. Of course, I don't know how, see, I told Blake, I'm like, it only took them 2.5 hours. And he's like, yeah, Kelly, in kayaks. Whoops. Oh, don't get crooked. We tube, you know, we float. They're paddling, Kelly. I'm like, oh, yeah, duh. I said it only took them 2.5 hours. It probably only takes the people that kayak in the area that we would go in tube. It takes us 4 hours to do it in like, you know, 2.5 hours. But I don't know. We didn't go tubing last year. And I was leery because I wasn't sure about, because of all the storms we've had, how much, you know, when you get into those areas where the trees are down, it can get kind of sketchy. But I've seen people out there, so it must be it's not bad. It must be they've got it cleared out. All right, you guys, how's our snowman looking so far? I think I should stop having birthdays. Why? That's how we remember how old we are. Remember that we have to. All right, you guys, that looks so cool. I love that. You could just leave it. I mean, you wouldn't even have to put a face on this, but we're going to do that. Of course we are. All right, so let's do our face first. So, of course, I have buttons. I have black buttons for the eyes. And I have little black buttons for the mouth. Now, these actually... those 4 buttons look the same, and this one looks blue now that I look at it. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Let me look into my button. Hold, please. Let me look at, this was the bag I found those in. Let me see if I can find one more that size. Or close to it. That one's blue. I didn't realize that was blue. Could use that one. It's a little chunkier, but let me see. Sometimes, you know, this was one of those estate sale bags. Apparently it was for an owl head. Somebody was going to do an owl head because when I got this, he just remembered how old you'd be. Well, you're 20 years older than me, Mother. Oh, shoot. You're only as old as you feel, Mother. And clearly you're kayaking, so you must not feel that old. You got your 2 new knees. You got your rope. There's one right there. Look at that, you guys. Woohoo! It's like a needle in a haystack, and I just mastered it. Okay, we got it. If you don't have doilies, you could use... yes, you could use paper ones. For sure. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. So here's our little... all right, hold on. I'm going to put a little hat on him. Now, I'm going to just kind of, I started to mess with this a little bit because I wanted to see how I want to do it. Now, this is going to be, I've got a brown hat, okay? This is that minky, oh, that soft minky material. It was in my stash. And remember I showed you guys, I got these 2 pieces of, when I crafted the other day. I want to make some blanket, little sucky thumb blankets. Sucky thumb blankets or little, not a little blanket, but a little, what do you call it? A little whoopee, or I don't know, whatever kids call these things. Aren't those pretty? But they're that really soft. I got this at Dollar Tree. They're fat quarters at Dollar Tree, but I somehow need to get a sewer person. And do you like all my terms? Hello, Miss Karen. How are you, friend? A sewer person. I need somebody who can sew to fix me up. Okay, so I glued like a brim. And then I glued this over to the side because it's going to make a stocking hat. I'm going to kind of put it on a little bit crooked. And so I just glued it, and then I'm going to gather it up kind of like so. Okay, so it's going to kind of be scrunchy. Lovies. Okay, yeah, Snuggies, Lovies. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I don't know. Back in the day, I just called it a blanket. I don't know. Just a blanket. Okay, now I'm going to end up gluing that right there. So I just did a little ahead of time. I just cut a piece of this while I was watching Miss Jeannie. I was like, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to go. I kind of wanted to do it before you guys saw me do it and go, what in the earth is she doing? I'm trying to figure out how to make this little hat out of this piece of material. Anyway, our weather's actually nice today. My husband turned our air off. Even though it's warm in here, I'm like, I mean, it's nice down here. You know, my landlord doesn't give me heat, so it's really nice here when you don't want heat. It's very nice down here. Sometimes it's too cold. My chair is leather, and I sat down on it, and that's like, whoo, because I have shorts on. A little chilly. Okay, so if I do his hat crooked, I feel like his hat needs to go like that. I think it would be cute just to kind of cinch it into a little, see that? See what I'm thinking? Cinch it into a little stocking hat, like that. Cute like that. Maybe while I have that off there, I'll just trim this little, I'll trim this little bit at the top where it's gonna make it look like little fringies. I don't know how it's gonna look. We're just trial and erroring it. You guys, McDonald's has snack wraps back. I had one for lunch today. It was delightful. One of my girlfriends, one of my HTL girlfriends, you know, our hot tub league. We don't work together. She works over on the other side of the building, but she's like, anybody want to go to lunch? I'm like, I'll go. Stuff it with fluff. I could. I don't know if I'll need to, but I could. All right, see, it's got little fringies at the top. So I was thinking if I pulled it together like that, that would be their top. Does it look like a hat? Does it look like a hat? Oh, Lord. That's going to be cute. All right, so let's just glue that on there. Then we can put our, as long as I've got all of his head fixed in there, his head in there, I think we'll be good. Yeah, I can't believe it's already mid-July. Eeks. For all those teachers like my sister, school's coming quick again. People in the South, you guys are probably knocking on school's door here. You guys go back to school, I think, a lot sooner than we do in Michigan. I don't know if that's like everywhere, but yeah. All right, so let me check that out here. Put a little glue on this edge right here. A little glue right there. Is it looking cute? Is it looking cute? Yeah, are you all still there? Are you all still there? All right, let's see. Oh, I feel like I could just, if I just like this, and just tied a little, what do you guys think about that? right, let me put his face on first, before his eyes and his mouth. And I got to do his nose. But let me put his eyes in his... I got glue underneath my fingernail. You're here, Miss Linda. Okay, good. I thought you guys all left me. It's all quiet. Got all quiet. Everybody got all quiet. Ooh, this glue gun. Oops. Just fell off the table. I turned it down a little bit. First week of August for... Oh, first week of August? Yeah, that is coming up quick, isn't it? Oh, get off the plastic bag. That's not good. School starts August 16th. Okay. I don't know when school starts here. Probably like the 20-something. 20-something of August. It used to start after Labor Day. We had this big tourism thing, you know, where people, you know, we want people to go on vacation longer, blah, 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 blah. That was many moons ago. But then, you know, they would start school later, but then get out later, right? So I guess they've changed that over the years. All right, guys, what do you think? Now, my nose, I'm going to cut this down. This is literally a piece of, this is not off from this. This is from another piece of wood. I think I'm going to trim it down a little bit because I think that nose is a little bit too long. I just broke this off a piece of wood. My daughter-in-law has one more week before starting, but holy moly, Miss Jeannie. Wait, so when do the kids go back? Because this is just July. Oh, Lordy Lou. It's just like, that's like summer school. I don't know, I kind of like his nose long like that. Look. Do you guys like his nose long, or should I cut it a little bit shorter? I mean, I broke the piece like that. Like, that's just how the piece came off. I could push it out farther. But I kind of like it like that. Whoa, that is like soon. Soon. And my sister and brother-in-law are teachers, so I kind of just, that is ridiculous, isn't it? And it's hot too. You guys have air in your schools though? Because see, we don't have, a lot of schools here don't have air. They might have air in certain areas, but you know, not like, you're not like snow, but I leave Snowman. Oh. My husband will not allow that. There's a house down the street that has Santa Claus up. Santa Claus has been up since last Christmas. And they've got trees and they've got big, huge ornaments hanging from the front porch. I want to stop and ask him one day if like, he lost a bet or she just loves Christmas. I don't know. It's just weird. But, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I'm like, well, good for you. Because my husband says, people who decorate for Christmas before... What does he say? Before Thanksgiving, and the reason why it snows. I think you'd have to, right? Miss Jeannie was talking about, I think she lives in Vegas, or it's the outskirts there. She's saying it's 108 there. I'm like, oh. I had a hot flash just hearing that. 108. Oh my gosh. Don't tell me it's a dry heat, because it's hot. I've been out there. Tell me no dry heat. I don't believe in that. Hot is hot. Hot is hot. Like today at work, I'm in my office alone 4 days a week until we're getting some new people to join me. But right now I'm all alone, which I'm okay with. Like people are like, are you lonely? No, it's nice and quiet in here. I'm good. I can put my podcast on. I can listen to my music. I can do whatever I want, and I don't bother anybody. But there are four desks, and there are four each area. Just happen. It doesn't necessarily because there's 4 desks, but there just happens to be 4 like big wall registers, and everybody can turn their own on, you know, for the air, for the heat, whatever. Well, this guy came into this contractor came in today because they're doing some like air quality testing, and he was like, "Why are these vents off?" I wanted to say, what does it matter? It's something on my glasses are so dirty. I said, well, actually, because I'm the only one in here and I freeze all the time, so I keep them off. Just some snowman decor inside, not outside. We have air, but heat is iffy in Alabama. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say, because why do I, he goes, well, it would cool it down in here if you had the air. And I want to say, yes, Captain Obvious, I know that. But I'm not really wanting it to be like an icebox in here. I had a dress on today. I've been wearing dresses a lot lately. I had a dress on today and I was like, I don't like it cold in here. Now when my coworkers, they move in and they are here, if they decide they want the air on, that's their prerogative. They can have the air on. I've got a heater. I've got a Snuggie blanket. It's all good. It's all good. I just thought that was so strange for some like stranger to just be like, why aren't these on? Like, why do you care? Hello, Miss Devana. Hello, Miss Gail. I'm so sassy. I didn't say that to him. He was just asking a question, and I just gave him my honest answer. Because I'm cold. Because I'm cold. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Oh, I thought I had another Pueblo. I'm just looking, you guys. Hold on. Oh, here it is. My Pueblos are getting low. I have two of them. I don't know why I have two, but... Oh, thank you for sprinkling. Getting low on the Pueblo. You guys know this is Folk Art Matte Pueblo. I love this color. I use it for my pumpkins, for my snowman noses. We're getting low. We're getting low. And it doesn't even matter if I store them upside down. It doesn't run to the top. I don't know why. Our office is freezing most of the time. I know. I know, there's a supervisor that works kind of diagonal across the hall from me, and she's the same as me. She's like, she's always freezing. So she has the heat on, and she's like, when her employees will come to her office for a meeting, she said, they'll have sweat dripping off them. She said, that way I just say, well, hurry up and say what you have to say so you can go. She's so funny. Oh, that was so funny when she said that. I'm like, well, you're right. It makes meetings go by quicker. You know, everybody just get to it. Get to getting with what you need to say and get going. Oh, shoot. That's funny. So I'm not the only one who's freezing. All right, we're just drying this up. I got to paint the other end, but I didn't want to get the paint all over my hands. Oh, shoot. So my gas station, apparently, you know, there's so many signs that say stop drinking pop, and I just don't listen. I just don't listen. Like, my gas station, I call it mine because I probably should have stock in it. I'm there so much. Do you have stock in gas stations? I don't know, but if they did, I should. However, they need some new management, I think, because now this isn't their fault, but there's always something wrong with a pop machine, right? Always, just always something wrong. Like, it's either out of a bunch of different ones. Hello, Miss Lisa. You're trying to watch different lives, so you missed the beginning. Well, we're making this cute little snowman. I'll hold it up here in just a second. I'm painting his little piece of wood nose. But I went in there this morning and I didn't see the sign. There's a sign on the one door because the one door has been broken. I don't know why they haven't got the door fixed, but they've had a sign on the door saying, use the other door, this door is broken. So when I walked in, I didn't notice that they put a sign on that other door saying, the CO2 for our pop machines is, I don't know, it's not working. So the pop machines are all closed down. How do you stay skinny and still drink pop? It's Diet Coke. It's Diet Coke. That's it. It's just Diet Coke. And honestly, you guys, I buy these big ones. And if I drink this much, I'm not even kidding, I throw out more pop. But Circle K sells their pop for 84 cents. So, like, here's what it was this morning. I go to the gas station. I walk in. Wait, it's like McDonald's ice cream machines for sure, right? And I go there this morning and I see the sign and I was like, oh, here we go. Starting off my Monday, all fabulous. Well, I don't know. Is it overused? Is that why it's always broken? And it's all of them, right? That there's always, it's not like just one McDonald's. So I go down the street to the Shell station. Well, I forgot. Silly me. I'm just used to getting the big one because every pop at Circle K is 84 cents. You get the small one, you get the big one, 84 cents. That's with tax. So go to the Shell station and I get the big one, thinking that it was going to be $1.79, and I forgot that they had upped their price to what is it? I don't know. It's 2 something. So I paid $2.32, and I was like, what? Too late. The damage had been done. I already filled it. I was like, now if I had to pay $2.32 every day for just one pop, that would make me quit quickly. But this one is from the Meijer gas station. So they just redid our Meijer gas station. Meijer is a store, like a grocery chain. And I was like, I'm going to go check Meijer because they have one of those machines where you fill, like at the movie theater where you fill your ice and then you get to punch the button and you can, it can be like Diet Coke with cherry, Diet Coke with lime, Diet Coke with vanilla, Diet Coke, and it's like all digital. You just push it and it fills it up. I have an unwanted guest. Who is it? Who is my unwanted guest? Just got a route water with added strawberries and lemons from Sonic with that's awesome. Miss Becky, the weather up here. You're coming to Plainwell? It's good. It's good. Actually, my husband. Wait, who is my unwanted guest, Miss Kathy? Oh, jeez. Now I see who it is. Oh, jeez. Now I see who it is. Creeper. Because I scrolled back and I didn't see any comments, and then all of a sudden he showed it himself. So anyway, as I was leaving the gas station, okay, every morning there's this guy. So there's the same people that come in every morning. I'm not the only one. There's like the regulars, right? So there's this couple that come in, usually in front of me, and they're usually leaving right when I'm coming in, but there's this ornery man. And he's just ornery. He doesn't like the morning, and he doesn't want anybody in his way. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. He won't say goodbye. He's, just give me my pop so I can go to work because I hate my life. I don't know. That's just the vibe he gives me. So I saw him pull in. I almost wanted to yell out the window, they don't have any pop. But I was like, no, you go in there and get all crappy. I almost wanted to hang out in the parking lot, but I had to go down to the Shell station to get my pop, so I couldn't hang out and see the outcome of that. But I knew he was going to be like, oh. Oh shoot. All right, so I'm going to glue this on here. This is stinking cute, but yeah, he's just, if they don't, okay, so what was it? When was it? Was it yesterday? Sunday? One day, maybe it was, I don't know, they ran out of cups. Blake took me there and they didn't have any of the big cups. And usually I'll have a cup, here. I'm like, oh, I'll just grab one of my cups and use it. Sorry, Tux. Oh. Well, Miss Aruda, I'm so sorry that you don't like my conversation. But that's what we do here. We talk to friends. All right, here's the nose on there. Oh, shoot. Miss Aruda, are you married? Because I got that friend from the gas station I can hook you up with in a hot second. You don't have to be like that. You can just go on. You don't have to be rude. I can craft and talk at the same time. I'm one of those women who is very multi-talented. Now, a man like my husband, he probably wouldn't be able to do this. But as a woman, I got this. I've been doing this for 5 years. I got this. I got this, friend. So you can either come on in and stay, or you can go on, find the door, because we don't play with ugly here. We don't play with ugly. I'm going to tell stories all day, and when people get nasty, I'll even slow it down more. Look, it's only 5:33, and we were almost done. Oh, shoot. Well, get me going on a Monday. Get me going, girl. Look at all my friends welcomed you with open arms. You had to be like that. Nah. We don't do nasty. No, we don't. And I know that Miss Janice from the Vintage Country Crafting Group, who runs this event, she would say the same thing. She would say she don't like nasty here either, because I know Miss Janice. Okay, let me get some stuffing. I feel like I just want to slow it down like sloth mode now. Oh, I gotta reach under my thing. Mother Blake and I commented. You guys, I won't lose a wink of sleep over that. You guys know, that's all I do is talk. What the heck? You gotta talk. Have you ever watched a live? Now, this brings up a good, oh, you like my use of the doilies? Miss Teddy Bear said I needed to do a little fluff and stuff, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bulk this up a little bit. So, there was one time that Erin from Lizzie and Erin had people complaining about her talking too much. I'm sorry, but I prefer crafters who talk and have conversations with their friends, because who wants to just sit and watch somebody just like this? So what Erin did one time is she literally did that. She's like, okay, you want me to say anything? She literally did that for like 10 minutes. She did that for 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. It's like, I'm not here to just craft. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to have fun and talk with my friends and tell you about all the drama in this town. It is Miss Sandra right. Exactly. If you don't talk, like, oh, apparently I talk too much. Well, I've never heard that before. Only on the report card since the first grade, probably kindergarten. I don't know. Just if Joy, my kindergarten teacher Joy, if she said I talk too much, she probably said, "Oh, Kelly, you just talk too much." Oh, babe, don't worry about it. I'm good. I'm good. It's comical. It's comical because everybody welcomed Miss Aruda. Wait, that could be part of the problem. The name itself. Just so you know, Kelly has 31,000 followers, so take that. No talking is boring. I did, Miss Janice. I did. I knew that you would agree. Miss Janice says she doesn't need any, you know, she loves new followers in her group. She don't need any critchety crotchety. Don't want to talk, just craft. Now, if you like that, you have to come back and watch the replay when you can just fast forward to the end and you can be like, oh, well, that's what she did. Yeah. Now, I mean, the replay is going to be there for now, but, you know, Facebook takes the replays away, so then you got to go to my YouTube channel if you really want to get it. All right, check it out. Look at this hat. Isn't this stinking cute? And all that sassy fassiness. Well, hello, Miss Pat. How are you, friend? You missed all the... Wait, you missed all... You're a little late to the party. Well, you missed all the live action. Live action. Just kidding. All right, so because I'm keeping this like neutral with the brown hat, we're gonna make a bow, or, you know, a scarf. I'm gonna use these 3 pieces. I got this green and, like, you know, tan. I've got that, and I've got this. The little what's these called? Christmas trees. Hello, Miss Gladys. Isn't he cute? All right, so I'm gonna rip. I'm gonna rippity rip some material here. I just grabbed a few. I just felt like the green and the brown was kind of cool. Circle K by 2 o'clock. Were you on here, Anita, when I started? This is a piece of the barnwood you guys gave me yesterday. Yeah, Circle K's, they're out of pop. Unless they got it back in since. She should try getting her own page and see how many followers she gets. How do you order the doily? So you can get the right size. So these doilies that I am using today are from estate sales. So, I mean, I just find them when I go to estate sales. You probably can order doilies, but I've never done that. I've never done that before. I have not. All right, let me get another piece here. Oh, that's going to be skinny. Skinny. Should have ripped that a little bit wider. Let me rip another one though, see if I can get it to be a little bit wider. Whoops. This away. Hello there. I enjoyed listening to your story and I love your snowman. Oh, thank you. Well, welcome in. Welcome in, friend. Yes, I do talk. I honestly think I have some good stories. I got some drama. You know, I'm always like, let me just tell you about my day. I figured, you know what? Maybe somebody's having a bad day and they just want to forget about their issues for an hour. So listen to mine. Or just... I made your uncle go shopping for a suit for the funeral. Your mom contacted me that you were on. Oh! Well, that's because she's in hot water because, you know, she's been MIA recently. So she had to make sure that she was on first today. Oh, that was funny. See, that's how you play nice drama. I know, isn't that crazy? So crazy. I know people gotta be like that. You gotta be like that. You don't gotta be nasty. I'm good. I'm good in the hood. What? Miss Misty said something the other day about, she was telling a story, then she said, what did she say? Oh, because, you know, she was at Walmart and the lady put her finger in her face, and I told Miss Misty I'd come down to Texas and we could get after that lady together. Just the drama. The drama. Oh, you guys, you know I always check the jail page. Every day I check the jail page just to see if there's anybody in the jail that I need to know. Like, does anybody need bail? Like, is there any relatives? I don't know. Is mother get herself into some hot water? The state park is unlocked. Oh, wait, here? Here, babe? So, this morning, there was a kid in jail, 18 years old, and he had charges of like, oh my goodness. Fort Custer, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Oh wow, our state park is on lockdown for active threat. It's one of those state parks, you know, where there's like a lake and there's like no lifeguards or anything. So I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, let me see how I want to do this. Okay, hold on. I gotta think for a second before I get, if I want to do down the side. Yeah, let's do that. Let me glue one at a time. There's always a potential. That's right. So anyway, his charges were, let's see, like something about, basically, I can't remember what they were, but basically because the Battle Creek police, well, I don't know, Miss Kathy, if it's like an active shooter. He didn't say. It's just, he didn't say what it was. All right, I'm going to fold it down like this, and I'm going to trim this to there right now. But there was the Battle Creek police put an article or a post out, and it said that there was an accident this morning, a single car accident with two 18-year-olds and a 17-year-old, and he was the driver, this 18-year-old that was in the jail was the driver. They were drinking. It said this morning, I don't know what time was this morning. Hello, Miss Angie. And they got into a crash and the other 18-year-old was killed. And the 17-year-old, which was a woman or girl, I guess, because she's only 17, she was in the hospital. And I was like, so of course, you know what I do. I go right over to Facebook. Well, I was on Facebook. I go right over and I look to see the kid, and he had just graduated high school. he just graduated high school, and I'm like, oh my gosh, now he's got like felony, like he had a drunk driving charge, he had a felony homicide charge, and like I'm like, just like that, your life is literally over. Like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I guess you weren't, but scary. Scary. Okay, let me just glue this one right here. Oh, really, Mother? Dang. All kinds of live action. You have to put it on channel 3, Mom. She's Dad said, Blake said that Fort Custer's in lockdown right now. I'm sure they had that on channel 3. Okay, so here is our, that's just 2 little pieces of our scarf hanging down there. But I want to do a little, now that I have those 2 hanging down there, I might take these 3 and just make a little poofy poof with what's left. A little poofy poof. So did Aruda leave us? She's still lurking in the shadows. I don't know. Somebody tell me. She lurking in there. Come on, Miss Aruda, if you're still there. I can tell some more stories. Yeah, isn't that crazy though? I'm like, how sad. I'm just... He attended, not that I'm judging, but he did attend one of the alternative high schools. So I feel like maybe there was already some issues there, you know, because usually if the kids are attending the alternative high schools, there's some issues there. But it's just sad. Like, okay, dude, now you just like killed. And I don't know, maybe he fell out of the car. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let me see how I can put this in here. I don't know how I want to do this. Maybe I'm just going to tie it in a knot. Let's see. Tie it in a knot. I don't know if I'm even going to use this. We'll see. We'll see how this looks. But yeah, I was like, that was kind of sad to read that because I was like, oh. And I didn't realize what the story, when I first looked at the jail page, I saw that, but I didn't, and I was like, 18 years old? Not even legal until you're 21, so, and you're driving drunk, and you're 18 years old, and then I read the article that I saw what it was for, but I was like, oh, and then when they posted that, I was like, well, that explains that. That explains that. I'm trying to decide if I like that or not. Trying to decide if I like this or not. Make a little knot. Maybe I'll just trim these off. Maybe he'll just have a little poofy in the corner. Let me glue this down. Flash flood warnings blaring on your phone. Pretty big storm rolling through. Miss Shanna, where are you located at? Are you in Texas? Because, man, I was watching the news last night, and I'm like, Texas can't get a break with all this rain. I mean, we had rain, but we've gotten a break lately. Like, we were supposed to get a storm over the weekend, and I could see that it was coming, like, over, you know, like Wisconsin had it, and I thought, oh, well, it's coming, and it pooped out over the lake. Maybe I'll just trim these pieces off, and he'll just have a little short little thing here. A little poofy. Yeah, let me trim those off. I'm just trimming them. I think it'll look cute without it. Oh, yeah, that's much better. No, you're on the East Coast. Okay. Is it like part of like Hurricane Chantal? Is Is that what she was? Tropical Storm Chantel, Hurricane Chantel. Is she still kicking around? I saw that was her name. New Mexico had flooding too. Oh, is EY here? Hello, everybody sing happy birthday to EY. Miss Aruda, sing happy birthday to my daughter-in-law. Happy birthday to her. Now that'll just scare everyone away if I start singing happy birthday. Oh, shoot. All right, you guys, I've got some greenery in here, some little Christmas greenery that I went over to the, you know, over to the florals, and I grabbed some of this greenery. In honor of your birthday, EY, we're crafting a snowman. Not really, just because I hadn't done any Christmas in July crafting yet, so here we are. And then we had Krabby Patty on earlier, Krabby Aruda, and then I think she left, so. Oh, shoot. See, that's what you get. You come in and you get all, you know, we get warm welcomes from all my friends, and then you get all poopity poop. And you gotta ruin it. Gotta go and ruin it. I don't know, what are you guys doing tonight? Are you doing something, EY? We went out with them Saturday night with some of their other friends, and then last night they went to some of those friends' house for dinner. I don't know. They're getting ready to go out of town. My son has a work event this week, so they're getting ready to go up to where he works. All right, you guys, there's some greenery in there. Added that in there. Isn't that cute? All right, so I picked out 3 green buttons. Look at these adorable green buttons. Because this is going to be all neutral, brown and green. So there's 3 green buttons we're going to use for, we can put one right there in the middle of that one. Let's see, we'll put that darker green down, and we'll put this one down here like so. How's that looking? Stinking cute. Isn't it cute? So if you don't have doilies, you can always use the paper doilies. You can get those at Dollar Tree. Hopefully they're still $1.25. Good Lord. Crazy. Dollar Tree. I think I need to change their name to Tree. Just Tree. Just Tree. I don't think there's anything for $1 anymore there, is there? I don't know. Isn't he cute? Stinking cute. Now, I feel like I need to do something. I'm going to put the hanger on him. But I feel like I got to do something up here green. He needs some green with the brown up here, because I probably need to do something right here in the center of that knot. I really like how I did that. We're going to go broke. I know, right? What did I buy? I bought wipes. I bought 3 packages of wipes. Those are still $1.25. What else did I grabbed? What else did I get? I better keep working. I grabbed a couple other things, but I can't remember what it was. But I was like, man, it seems like it added up awful quick this time. All right, so you guys, this is the rebar tie wire that I buy from, I think I bought this at Lowe's, and I've had it for eons. And I'm going to try not to poke myself in the eye, because typically that's what I do. So I pulled a piece off, and I cleaned it off because it has the oil on it. Holy moly. How much did you get? How many items did you get for $40? I don't know. Because, you know, it depends on if you bought the $6 and $7 items, you know, because now their $5 items went to $6 and $7. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to get my dowel rod here. I just pulled that through. I'm going to twist this first. I flattened it out so that I'm going to end up twisting this around here. And now I'm going to just take my dowel rod here and start twisting. Now, when I run out of this wire in 3 years, I don't know, I have quite a bit left. I'll probably buy some like lighter gauge wire because this is strong. This is like Lowe's wire, you know, like rebar tie wire. So this is some heavy duty. So if you get a little, you know, if your hands are a little arthritic, like, you know, like you know, it gets hot. It's hard for me to twist this. Like if you've ever watched what's her name? What is her name? Afraid Not. What's her name? Nicole with Afraid Not. She takes this wire and she manhandles it like, hey, give me that wire. She just bends it all with her hands. She's like amazing. I got 3 giant shoe boxes that were $5 each. Everything else was $1.25. I don't remember how many because I never. Oh, you don't get the receipt. I always get the receipt for the tax. For the taxes. I always get the receipt, but I just was curious if so your $5 stuff was still $5. Well, that's good because, like I said, I saw those pumpkins, those 3 stack of resin pumpkins that were. I'm gonna cut this down just a little bit. Those were up to like $6, and I think the lanterns are like $7 now. Those like, you know, like those lanterns that they have. All right, so we're gonna twist this down. Again, you need something a little bit like these pliers or something to twist. Give it a little twisty twist. Oh, that's kind of cute like that. Let's see if I can leave it sideways. See if I can leave it sideways. You know, one of these days I just need to go into Dollar Tree and just walk around and look at things. I am so regimented with like what I want, and I just go in and like I don't look and see if, because you know sometimes I'll get new things, and unless you see somebody. Oh, I'm not gonna have to bend it sideways because this one did cooperate. I'm not monetized yet, so oh, gotcha. All right, let's see. Well, if that isn't cute, I don't know what is. I love doing the little hangers. The little hangers are so stinking cute. Bend this one up a little bit. Stinking cute. I know what I need to do. I need to put some green on his little hat right here is what we need to do. Do I not have any of that left? Did you hear that herd of buffalo that just flew by? Where did I do that? Over here. That herd of buffalo that just Okay, you guys, up next after me is Miss Beverly with Country Loving Market. And you're watching in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, so you're going to want to make sure. I'm in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, so you're going to want to make sure that you, if you're not in the group, get in there, because you got to be able to refresh, because you're like, who did she say was in there? I said it was Miss Beverly. If you didn't catch it, you'll miss out. You might miss out. Do you like him? I think he's pretty cute. Let's see if I can wrap these 3 around here. They might be a little aggressive. Let me take this one first. This might be a little aggressive. I may only be able to take 1. Maybe 2. I do like these 2 pieces, so let me just put this one around here too. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? We haven't even talked about that. Time's almost up and we haven't even talked about dinner. I guess I'm getting hungry. Okay, I'm going to do those 2 like that. Okay. I think that's cute. One last thing I'm going to do, because we're almost out of time. So I'm going to end up putting probably a button on here. Maybe I'll find another button. And I had this really cute stamp. I don't know if I'm going to use this one or not. I think I might change it. Okay, I got this really cute stamp. Food, yes, food. All right, I can show real quick. We got 2 minutes. So I have this little tag right like this, right? I'm just gonna cut the little hanger off it for right now. And I found this stamp that's perfect. And I did stamp one with the black ink, and I'm gonna hang one down here underneath that. But I thought about using, like, let's use brushed corduroy or scorched timber. Yeah, let's use brushed corduroy. So thank you so much, Miss Janice, for having me in your event today. Chicken tacos sounds good. You just ate ice cream other people need to eat. All right, so what I did earlier, because I wanted to make sure I got this on straight. First of all, I'm wiping off the edge because I got that on the crooked. Is I just took this. This is like literally fits perfect. Sorry, I'm all choked up. Okay. All right, ready? And I just I got a dry spot. I'm sorry, guys. And then just flip it over. Let's see what we get. No, that might be too light. All right. There's that one. Or do you like the black one better? You got 1 minute, and he's gonna hang down here underneath. I'm gonna just clip this and hang it down here, put a button on top of it, and you guys, this is so stinking cute. I love this. Thank you, Miss Janice, for having me in your event today. Don't forget, you guys, if you refresh your page, I almost said Miss Aruda. Miss Aruda's up next. Miss Beverly from Country Loving Market is up next. I'm sure she will have something fabulous to share. You guys like the black one? Okay, I'll do the black one. Yeah, that's a little bit too light. So I'll put the black one on here underneath there. I'll put a button on there. I'll post a picture. And you guys have yourself a great evening, and I will see you again soon. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.